Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sankara, Torts class. Friends, in the last video, we have discussed the topic of defamation. In the same defamation, there is another concept called as innuendo. Innuendo actually, or I-N-N-U-N-D-O. So, what does it mean? It is meaning indirect reference, indirect suggestion. So, when you read something, the lines they are polite and innocent on the surface. But if you study it carefully, if you read it carefully, definitely it will become an indirect or a rude comment. Right? I have given examples also. So, A tells B, A informs B that R, a woman, she went to the maternity hospital. Normally, if you see that a woman goes to maternity hospital, maybe for delivery, but she is not at all married. That means it is an innuendo. It is an indirect reference that she has got some illicit contact and therefore she is giving birth. How bad it is. It is not defamatory. Second example, A informs B that Z, a lady, gave birth to a child. In fact, she is not at all married. How can an unmarried girl, unmarried woman give birth? That means innuendo, saying that she has got contact with somebody and she is pregnant and delivered. See how bad it is. And I am giving the example of section 499, exception 4 of the Indian Penal Code. Please remember, X says Z is an honest man and he never stole my watch. What does it mean? He has committed theft of my watch. So, it is intending the court to believe that the so-called Z, he has committed theft of my watch. Of course, this exception applies if he did not steal my watch. You can say that he is my honest opinion. He is an honest man. So, like that, innuendo will be there. And I have given the examples like if you ask about somebody A, oh, he is like Azwal Guru, or he is like Kasab, or he is like Billa Ranga. They are all bad fellows. Billa Ranga in 1978, when we were young police officers, we heard about them. So they have kidnapped a siblings or a brother and sister by name Geeta and Sanjay Chopra, and they attempted to commit rape on that woman. Ultimately, they killed them, both of them. It has come sensational news. Ultimately, they were given death sentence also. So such notorious or bad fellows. So if any woman is referred as Suryakantam, what does it say? She is a wicked woman, or she harasses. So Suryakantam, she is an actress who played wicked, cruel mother-in-law character in Telugu movies. But of course, she is a very nice woman. She died. So this is regarding innuendo, means indirect reference. Now, very important case law. D.P. Chowdhury versus Manjulata. This is 1997. Kumari Manjulata, she hails from a rich Orthodox family. She is the daughter of Mohan Singh. She was aged about 17 years. On one night, that is on the night of 18/12/1997, she left home. Of course, for a combined study with one of her friends, because on the next day or so, she has to appear the examination. But it was published in the newspaper, Dainik Navjyoti. So, belonging to whose editor is Mr. D.P. Chowdhury, stating that she went out of her house for the purpose of, went out of her house along with a boyfriend, Kamlesh, for the purpose of getting married. But the fact is that she went out to so-called group study or combined study of the next day examination. So her family reputation was totally disrupted. But of course, the editor, Mr. D.P. Chowdhury, has taken a so-called exception, stating that another Manjulata went away from home. Another Manjulata was found missing as per the police report. But she is not this Manjulata. Therefore, please remember, even though you wanted to write such notes in newspapers, you must be doubly cautious. Here, entire reputation of the family, due to the false report given by Dainik Navjyoti, the plaintiff and her family was suffered and the reputation has gone down. So definitely it is an innuendo, and 10,000 compensation was awarded. Of course, even though the so-called press people, D.P. Chaudhary, stated that it was reported by mistake, basing on the police report, not accepted. And another case law I want to tell you, this is important. T.V. Ramasubba Iyer versus A.M.A. Mahuddin, 1971. So here, remember, A.M.A. Mahuddin was an exporter of agarbattis to Sri Lanka from Tamil Nadu. He is the only sole contractor for the same work. And T.V. Ramasubba Iyer, he has published in his newspaper, that is Dinamalar, in his newspaper, that is Dinamalar, that on 18 to 1961, so a person from Tirunelveli district, that is Tamil Nadu, who was exporting scented agarbattis to Sri Lanka, he was caught, he was arrested as he was found smuggling opium in the name of agarbattis. Right? So here the important point is the name is not referred, but the direct reference is there to the contractor who was exporting agarbattis to Sri Lanka. This man Mahuddin was the only person, but he was not arrested. So immediately he filed a case of defamation. It was taken as innuendo. But of course, basically, here Dinamalar press people immediately on coming to know that defendant is the only contractor and the defendant is from Tirunelveli and he was not at all arrested. They have given a rejoinder. So the defendant published a correction in the news. No doubt there is innuendo, but since the defendants have agreed their defect and they have corrected the same, it cannot be taken as innuendo. No compensation is allowed. But remember, basically it is innuendo, but since they have realized the mistake, since they have given a rejoinder, it's not become a case. So such typical issues will be there as regards innuendo. I think by now you might understand what is innuendo, and don't play the sarcastic language. Don't use the word. So I hope all of you innuendo ane మాట అర్థం వచ్చే మాటలు ఏమి మాట్లాడకండి. With this I am concluding. Thank you very much.